Alright guys, my name is Shervin. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to take a look at all the no-fee American Express credit cards available in Canada and discuss whether any of them are actually worth having. Now, I've already made separate videos for every single major bank here in Canada and all the no-fee credit cards that they offer. But given that there are some American Express cards that are not associated with any one single bank, I decided I should probably do a video covering all those as well. Because once you take a closer look at these cards, some of them are actually quite good and worth having. So that's why we're going to cover them in this video. Now, just to be clear, I'm not going to go over any of the American Express cards that are offered in association with a major bank here in Canada. For example, the Scotiabank American Express card, I already covered that one in the Scotiabank credit cards video, and I'm not going to go over it here. But if you watch to the end, you're going to find out about all the independent no-fee American Express cards, what they offer, how they compare to other good credit cards here in Canada, and whether any of them are actually worth going for. But before we get into it, if you're new to my channel and you enjoy this video, make sure to smash the subscribe button down below and join the community. I make new videos about personal finance and investing on a regular basis, and by subscribing to the channel, you get to see all my new videos right as they come out. Also, as always, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me, go ahead and smash the like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. But alright, with all that said, let's get into our first American Express card, and that is the Green Card. Now, the Green Card offers 1 American Express point for every dollar spent on anything, and as well as that, they give you an additional point for every dollar spent on travel through American Express. As well as this, the card comes with a 10,000 point sign-up bonus, which you will receive as long as you spend $1,000 or more in the first 3 months of you owning this card. Now, each American Express point is worth about 1 cent when redeemed towards travel, which essentially means that you're basically getting 1% back on any purchases you make, 2% back on any purchases towards travel through American Express, and as well as that, you're getting $100 in sign-up bonus as long as you spend $1,000 in the first 3 months. Now, these are all okay rates, and they're definitely not the worst things that you can get from a credit card. But that said, when you compare this card to the next card that we're going to go over, it really puts things into perspective as far as whether or not this card is actually worth having. And that next card is the AMEX SimplyCash Card. Now, with this card, you get 1.25% cash back on every single dollar that you spent on anything. And as well as that, for the first 6 months of you owning this card, instead of just getting 1.25%, you get 4% cash back, up to $5,000 spent. Now, when you compare this card to the Green Card, you're both getting a higher percentage back, and you're also getting it in the form of cash back instead of points, which means that you're free to use that cash back on anything you want, and you don't have to spend them on travel in order to get the maximum amount of value from the points. Now, in fact, this card offers the highest cashback flat rate among any no-fee credit cards available in Canada, which means that this card is a must-own for every single Canadian out there because it doesn't cost you anything to keep open, and you can always have it in your wallet. And if you're spending money on something that is not covered by all your other cashback cards, you can just use this card to get the flat 1.25% back. In fact, me myself, I've had this card for a long time and I use it on a regular basis. Now, I don't use it on things like food or groceries where I can get a higher percentage back from my other no-fee credit cards, but anytime I'm spending money on things that are not covered by one of those high cashback rate categories, I just use this card because it offers the highest cashback rate among any other cards available in Canada. So if there's one thing you're going to take away from this video is to go out there and get your hands on this card as soon as possible and always have it in your wallet. In fact, I'm going to leave a referral link to it down below in the description where it'll take you directly to apply for this card. And of course, you'd be supporting the channel in the meantime, which I always appreciate. But alright, with all that said, let's move on to our next credit card, and that is the American Express Essential Card. Now, unlike what the name suggests, this card is not essential whatsoever, because the only benefit of this card is that it offers a lower interest rate of 13% on any overdue balance. Which really, when you have a credit card, you should never ever carry a balance anyways. You should always pay off your balance on time and in full, because otherwise you're going to incur a lot of interest on your balance. And even a lower interest rate of 13% is still a lot to pay as an interest. So instead, you should only aim to spend what you can afford to pay off right away and always pay off your balance on time and in full. And as long as you're doing that, it doesn't really matter what the interest rate on the card is because you're never going to have an overdue balance to pay interest on anyways. So for that reason, this card is completely useless and I would just stay away from this one. Now, last but not least, we have the AMEX Air Miles credit card for all you Air Miles collectors out there. Now, with this card, you get 1 Air Mile for every $15 spent at Air Miles partners and you also get 1 mile for every $20 spent anywhere else. As well as this, you get 500 air miles as a sign-up bonus as long as you spend at least $500 in the first 3 months of you owning this card. Now, each air mile is worth about 12.5 cents when redeemed towards travel, which means that with this card, you're getting less than 1% back even at Air Miles partners. Now, even if you are an Air Miles collector, I just don't see why you would go with this card over the SimplyCash card, which gives you 1.25% back on everything. Even when shopping at Air Miles partners, you would still get a higher cashback value from the SimplyCash card instead of the Air Miles card, which is a bit weird and a testament that this card really needs to up their rewards. Even with the AMEX Green Card, you are still getting a higher cashback value towards travel than you are with Air Miles. So I would say unless you're someone who just wants to collect Air Miles and nothing else for whatever reason, this card is just not worth having. Again, you'd be much better off signing up for the SimplyCash card, which offers you 1.25% back on every dollar spent. And if you so choose, you could just save up all the cash back and use that towards travel or anything else you want. So just to quickly recap, obviously the SimplyCash card is by far the best and definitely a must own for every Canadian. Next up, we have the AMEX Green Card, which is a close second to the SimplyCash card, but it does offer a higher cashback value when you're spending money towards travel through American Express. So if you're a frequent traveler, it might be worth getting this card just for that reason alone. Because essentially, you'd be getting 2% back on all the money you're spending towards travel through American Express instead of 1.25% back. But other than that, the SimplyCash card is better, and if you're not someone who travels frequently, then you don't have to get this card. In third place, we had the Air Miles card, which is not a great deal and it doesn't offer anywhere near the rewards that it should. And of course, at dead last, we had the Essential card, which doesn't offer anything in return and it only offers a lower interest rate, which is not important if you're always paying off your balance on time and in full. Alright, so that's about it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Now make sure you're following me on Instagram. I post there regularly, so if you want to be a part of it, make sure you're following me there. And as always, if you have any questions about any of the stuff that we talked about in this video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I always respond to every single question that comes in. And now with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.